the TI where OG won their first TI. I believe that was TI 8, right? Yeah, that was TI 8. During that year, we were the top seed of the tournament, and we were the favorite to win. But then we kind of came down crashing. And we only got 7th through 8th in that tournament. We lost to Team Secret. And it was a pretty big blow because I had high expectations going in, was feeling really great, and then it all came down to reality really quickly. That there were some flaws and problems that of myself and on the team that that we didn't really figure out or acknowledge at the time. My favorite Dota hero, I think it kind of has to be like Invoker. I think there's a lot of spells and combination permutations of the hero of things that you can do, and it's really cool when there's so many possibilities and outcomes, and you have to really be able to kind of think about all the possible ways you can play the hero and all the situations you have to handle. It's also one of the most played heroes. It's unfortunate, you don't get to play that hero anymore for me. My gut feeling when first hearing this question, I feel like it mostly has to be a support player, just because I think support players in general don't get very much love versus the flashy core plays. Everyone loves Dendy, loves RTZ, these super flashy core players. I don't know if he's the most underrated player, but he's definitely kind of underrated player. I think Husky that plays on 4 Zoomers, he's a pretty new support player coming into the scene, and he's worked very hard to where he's at right now. But the thing is he doesn't really have anyone that appreciate how far he's come over the past year, because he kind of appeared nowhere, and now he's suddenly competing with the world's top dogs, and that's not an easy feature, and he's doing that on a laptop as well. I think he's finally got a real PC now, so I actually have a lot of respect for the guy when I heard that he was competing in the DPC Division 1 with a freaking laptop. That's pretty bewildering to me. I wish Valve would just actually fix their game. There are so many issues with the game that and the very obvious one that I really want them to fix is the option of being able to see the enemies on the sidebar. I forget exactly what that is called, but that feature has been kind of more or less broken for so long that it's not really usable. It used to be okay, but the thing is, when the new patch hit, when TP scroll had its own individual slots, neutral items had its own individual slots, that feature kind of broke down and didn't get updated, so you don't get to see your own your enemies' TP scrolls and neutral item, and that's a big issue, not being able to see all the information that you're supposed to have, and it can change your decision making very hugely in a game. I think that I have a lot of AFK hours just logged in Dota. But honestly, if I were to guess, it's maybe 25 to 30,000 at this point. First video game I ever played was a Digimon Pokemon War, where it was on the very first PlayStation 1. And this was back when I was in China. The name behind my tag it's a bit long-winded, but the shortest version I can tell you is in Warcraft 3 there was a custom game called the Black Road RPG, which a lot of people played at the time. And during the RPG, they didn't have cloud storage at the time, so they needed to give you a storage code that the game would generate at the end of each game. And it's obviously, the code it's sophisticated, and it's not, you're not supposed to be able to guess or exactly decipher how it is. But the thing is, my friend and I at the time, we played the game a lot. We were able to kind of reverse engineer the code, and I changed my name in particular to be able to use his load and save file. And that's kind of how my name became to be, and I've used the name ever since. Tabletop simulator. I think I really like playing tabletop simulator with friends, because like it kind of is like it can even be a better board game experience than a real life person. I think that's just like a wonderful experience. I really enjoy playing board games with friends. It's a lot of fun to me, and right now, especially during these times, it's like those kind of experiences are even less rare than before and more cherished. PlayStation for sure. I grew up in China, and in China there's no such thing called Xbox, so of course I'm gonna be a PlayStation fan. A really nice classic one would probably be like some Sichuan style spicy hot pot, where after you're done eating it, you probably don't want to do anything for the rest of a couple days because you'll be stuck. It's either between basketball or soccer. So I think generally I watch a little bit more basketball because my friends like to follow the NBA. Some of them are hardcore fans. Some of them are LeBron hardcore fans. Some of them are Curry fans, and they like to talk about it a lot. So sometimes I would sneak in and watch a game with them. The most expensive thing I own is for sure the place I bought. I bought a house, so that have to be most expensive item. I think that will generally be the most expensive item for everyone in their lifetime. I've been watching American Horror Story on Netflix, and it's been pretty nice thus far. It's got like 9 seasons to it, so I think I'm only on season 4 or 5. I've lost track of the exact season, but it's been a really wonderful show so far. It tries to show like the ugly side of humanity and all these different possible dystopias while using like similar actors, and it's kind of cool to see actors acting out the different roles but from the same show. So I would recommend you watch it on Netflix if you guys have an opportunity to. There's a song that's been stuck in my head recently. It's called "Leave the Door Open" by Bruno Mars. It's a song that it's got such great vocal, and the music. Like if you were to watch the music video, it feels like it's some wonderful '90s vibe, and I really like it. Dogs. I just think dogs are a lot more affectionate. Obviously, they're a lot more work as well, but I think I would enjoy a dog more. I actually am right-handed, but I think that was kind of forced to be. And actually, when I was younger, I was actually left-handed. So if you were to consider Mandarin and Cantonese separately, like fluently, I can speak 3 languages, which the third one obviously is English.